Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of EUGE, an inside look at chasing a dream. I'm Eugene Kinney. I've been a stand-up comic for almost 30 years now. Started this little show. We like to talk to young, up-and-coming comics. We're here in Denver, Colorado. This is our background here, Denver, Colorado. We do a new background every show. I like this one. This is City Park, I believe it is.
I think so.
Yeah.
looks like it.
But yeah, we talk to young up-and-coming comics because, I mean, they're the most interesting people that I've ever met. And, you know, everybody always asks me, how can I get into comedy? And I tell them, honestly, I don't know. It was 30 years ago when I got into comedy. So, you know, but I can get a whole bunch of people together that are starting out and let you all talk to each other. About what y'all do. So that's what we do. Today we're talking to Olivia Lindstrom. Am I saying that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Olivia Lindstrom is a brand new comic, right? Here in Denver, Colorado. How long have you been doing comedy?
Not very long at all. Maybe like May of 2014. So
how many months is that? That's not very long at all.
Yeah, I don't usually count because it doesn't make me feel a lot better about it. So
you got to start, right?
Exactly. I'm like, I've been here for a minute.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is all about. This whole show is all about starting out doing comedy. So, okay, so you've been here just a little bit of time. Mm-hmm. Are you from here in Denver, Colorado?
I was born in Denver, and I've lived around my whole life. I grew up mostly in like Fort Collins area, went to school in Greeley, and then came back here because I think Denver is probably the best place to be in Colorado right now if you're interested in the arts and stuff.
It definitely is a big boom happening.
Absolutely.
Right now in Denver. So you moved around. Mm-hmm. You settled back here in Denver. And what made you start, think, hey, I want to tell jokes?
I don't know. I've always, stand-up comedy was always a big part of what I did in my free time, not doing it at all, but watching it, my whole childhood. Okay. So I guess, Jerry Seinfeld, growing up especially, because, he was pretty clean, so your mom will let you watch Seinfeld for hours after school, so that's your first into some humor world. And so he was a big start, and then in high school I started to get introduced to Louis C.K. and Sarah Silverman and
a little
edgier stuff, and that fit because I was becoming a interesting teenager, and so that helped. And then so I've listened to it and just really related with it, I guess, my whole life and loved it, but been far too awkward to try and do it. And then when I moved down here, I guess I figured nobody knew me as well. I was in these high school groups and these college groups, and then once I graduated, I was kind of like.
So you don't look old enough to be offended by the question, how old are you?
I'm not offended. I am 21, though.
Wow.
So
you are just getting started here. How long have you been in Denver?
Since about May of 2014. So
you started telling jokes, is that?
I don't know. It did happen like that. I was in weird living situations, and I've lived with boyfriends and made those sorts of choices, and I think it was my escape for the minute, and it worked out nicely because I like it now too. So
okay, so what got you on stage for the first time? What was that moment?
It's hard to say because people do ask questions like, how should I do this, or how could you ever do this? And I don't really know because the first time is probably the worst. And then once you've done that, you can. Everybody's like, I could never do it, but that first day I was actually just really depressed and having a terrible day and just annoyed, and I didn't like people, didn't like anybody, and I was like, this is something I like, and I moved to Denver, I will have fun in Denver, I am 21 and I will have fun in Denver. So I went and did it one day, and it was fun, and it went way better than I thought it would. So
no, that's pretty amazing. Nice. That was I have decided I'm going to go up and do it, and it's time to just roll up and do it.
Well, because I guess I think it's part of growing up is realizing what's the worst that could happen with a lot of things.
Exactly right.
And a lot of people are terrified. Apparently, people would rather die than speak in public on average.
I love that side.
Yeah, and so it's
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's I get it, but I don't. I totally don't. And if you do it once, it does suck. But I don't know. You can't care about yourself anymore, and no shame.
You have to be very, very introspective. You have to be able to just look at me, and,
not give,
and go, hey, what's funny? What's funny in that mirror? Because that's what I'm going to have to show to people. So that's pretty cool. All right. So what was your first show like?
It was at El Chorito.
I've heard of that. I've not been there, but I've heard of it.
Oh, you should go sometime. I don't know. At the same time, you've been to a lot of good comedy shows.
Well,
And like I love it's a good comedy. It is a good comedy show, but it's a dead one.
That's cool.
And there's a lot of random because it's down on Larimer, so there's a lot of like random drunk people that will just be icky, and but it's mostly nice.
Full of random drunk people.
It is. It is.
Well, it's an okay kind of a street.
But well, I don't know. Voodoo's down there, El Torito's down there, and it's a pretty area for comedy, and that's about it.
It's a very young area. I mean,
But it is,
if
yeah.
you're young in Denver and looking for something to do, the first person any young person is going to tell you to do is go to Larry.
Probably, because there is things and stuff. But I don't know. I went up on stage and was just terrified and kind of monotoned it into the microphone. But people laughed anyway because I was saying something right.
Did anyone know you?
Nobody knew me, and I didn't know anybody, and that's part of why I could do it. I think because that was the point. Is I was like, I wouldn't do this in front of my friends or my family, and I still like my family's like, well, come see, and I'm like, no, no, we shouldn't do that. I don't know. You're a different person, I think.
I do. I tell a lot of young comics that don't bring.
Well, don't let people influence what you're willing to say. I think because it's like I don't want to say anything terrible, but it's my Illinois mom is going to want me to say something different from what I'm going to say. Which is totally fine.
In front of these people,
it won't go well, exactly.
Don't bring them to the show. That's very, very cool. So, Illinois' mom, you never lived in Illinois.
No, my mom grew up in Glen Ellen, Illinois, and in and out of the Chicago area with family and stuff. I've always wanted, before today, I would have told you I'm moving to Chicago to do Second City stuff at some point.
Okay.
Because I wanted to there's the training center, which is basically like extended school, which is the only thing I've ever been decent at. And so I'm like, I sign up for more school, but I don't really think it's the way necessarily to do it because Denver is got a lot of opportunity apparently.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here, but
and the weather's way better. So
Second City is if you got it in there.
Well, no, I don't. But it's like I do want to.
That's a hard nut to crack if you don't.
That's where I'm, and it's like here everyone's nice and friendly, and it's not a very hard nut to crack. And so I'm like,
everyone is nice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no. I mean, no. Nobody like.
A lot of people move to this town expecting something different than what it is. I mean, it's a pretty friendly town as far as like welcoming.
Well, I think compared to like Chicago or any of the other places you can go to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of comics still look at you like you're taking their stage time.
Oh man, no.
It's stage time they're not going to get.
Yeah, no, it was not like it is a good old boys club in a lot of ways. But like it was, I don't know, it was one of the only ones I was ever willing to try and like play into. So there's got to be something there because like I was never in a sorority and like never that kind of bullshit. And I was like, fine, like.
Wow.
And so I don't know, but no one's really been super tough on me. I don't think everyone's been really nice.
What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
Did you go to any shows in comedy-wise?
Oh, I didn't, no. I'm really terrible at that, too. Yeah, this is going to be a good interview.
No, that wasn't a question to try to.
Honesty.
I was just wondering what you were. A lot of comics do 4 and 5 mics a week, here in this town. And
yep. So. I try to do, all right, so I teach at an elementary school. Really? I don't really teach, but I'm the technology person, the librarian, so I'm around kids all week. So it's hard for me to want to go out and stay out until like midnight with these, pardon my French, drunken assholes. And so like, love you once again. I love the drunkers, but I don't. It's like I can't do that and get up in the morning and then do little kids again. Yeah. And I love the little kids, and I don't want to fuck them up any more than they're already fucked up. And so I'm like, all right. Sometimes I just go to bed, but I do voodoo because it starts. I do voodoo.
You do that voodoo.
I do that voodoo labyrinth, but Velociraptor was talking about labyrinth all weekend. But
I should point out that she's talking to her.
I am a little bit. I'm awkward, and I brought a friend. But this is.
Let me put him on the guest cam.
Yeah,
there he is.
Zach Marchetti drove me here. He's a lovely guy.
Anytime, guys.
Lovely guy.
Wait. You know what? I put you up on pre-show. I didn't put you up on show. There. Now Zach's on. All right.
Whatever. We got there. We both work in technology too.
Do you really?
Well, at the schools we are in charge of all the computers and all the teaching of technology and that kind of stuff.
So after this, I got to talk to you. I got some networking problems.
There you go. And that's why
I know for someone to solve for me.
I give you.
Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool that you have a lot of, up and coming comics, they have their day job. All right. So here you are. You're, this is my day. This is, I'm going to do it. I'm set. I got my what? My book. I got my jokes. I got you okay? And now I'm marching down to El Chorrito, right? Okay. I hit El Chorrito, and in the doors I go, and what happens?
I mean, it's El Chorrito and then Slayer, so a lady was like, do you want a drink?
Okay.
And I had taken the light rail and was of age, and so I said yes.
Yay!
I would like a drink because I'm going to try and do stand-up comedy today.
Oh, yeah.
And so I did have, I think I had like a shot with somebody and a beer. So I wasn't, but I was like, I can't go do this. Just a lot of people have that reaction. It's not necessarily healthy.
Right.
And so got a little bit off, went up, did it. And then I was very amazed at how well everyone listened to me, actually. Because it's kind of hard to get listened to sometimes. And I'm not sure if it was like, because I was so awkward, they thought it was a shtick, or like, I don't know, like why they listened to me, but they did. And they laughed about some of the things I said, and it wasn't perfect, but it was like, I'd done it alone, I had written the bit that day, and it had gone okay. And so I was like, all right, I'll keep doing this, like, because it was a very nice, like, independence thing for me too. Because it's like, it is a very introspective, just you on stage.
How did you find El Chorrito?
Online, I went to 5280.
There it is.
And I didn't ask anybody, but that's the only thing that pops up.
When Denver Comedy.
And it was a Thursday, the day I decided I was going to do stand-up comedy.
There you go.
And El Chorrito's on Thursday at 10.
Thursday at 10, El Chorrito. All right, very cool. So you're planning to do, we're going backwards now in the process, you're planning to do some shows. And you're writing bits. Are you telling anybody?
No.
No one at all. It's just you in the mirror in your book.
Until it went well. Once it started, I mean, it didn't go well, but it's like I didn't get killed, right?
Okay.
The whole reason why a lot of people who care about comedy, what? Sorry. A lot of people who care.
He's a director.
I know, it's good. No, absolutely. Where were
So where were we?
No, I'm not telling anybody about it. So then once I didn't get, I think a lot of people are terrified of bombing because watching new comics or old comics, but really just mostly new comics bomb is like the saddest thing. It's like watching, I don't know, watching a baby kitten, like it's like, Mom, and the mom's like, I don't love you anymore.
Exactly.
Like, it's the same thing. and so I was like, I don't want to do that ever. And that was the whole thing that had kept me from doing that. And so once I went, I think I went 2 or 3 times at least without telling anybody, and then it had gone well, and people were like, where are you? I was like, well, I've been doing stand-up comedy. So,
wow.
and then, my parents were cute about it. So.
If you come to Denver and you go to El Chorrito, let somebody know where you are. Don't do this. Don't do what she did.
Yeah, no, that is a really bad idea. Only like a really white 21-year-old would take the L to a bar and then not tell anybody. So. No, I get it, totally. I would not recommend to a friend.
So that is so cool. You're writing bits you think are funny, but you don't really know are funny.
Right, because I haven't told anybody.
Exactly right. I mean, I have a whole bit about that fact that you never really know what a joke is until you say it.
Well, but I also think like a lot of the people. And part of it's just that I pick weird people to hang around with sometimes.
No, jokes come from weird people.
Exactly. And so it's like sometimes people don't, like, if I just asked a friend, a lot of the time if I, like, told them my bit, they'll be like, like, no, nothing. Just, like.
My wife's the same way.
And so it's like, right. And so there's people that I just, like, a lot of the people in my life, my dad's very, very humor-oriented, and a lot of the other people are just less so. And so it's like, if I try my jokes on other people, they're just like, and I'm like, and then I won't want to say it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I won't want to go anymore.
Exactly
I knew that if I called and
do.
told my mom all my jokes, and she was like, I don't know if that's something you want to say in public, then I would not have gone on stage. And so it's like, I'm not telling anybody, I've just tried it.
Wow. but it went down. Okay, so it worked out. We're we're 3 shows in now. You're doing okay. So 3 shows in, you've probably got what, a minute and a half of material, 2 minutes? What do you
No, I did about. I never wanted. I started off at 3.
Okay.
And I've never really progressed a lot beyond 4. Partially because I really do believe, like my only tip that I've ever had for anybody, and it's a personal preference, probably more than anything, but be short and sweet in the beginning. Because if you're new and you're not sure if you're funny, and you're not sure how you're doing, don't talk for 10 minutes.
That's true.
That's stupid.
That's true.
And that's just stupid. And like I didn't ever want to do that, and I thought very hard about that, and I would tell you it's been successful because no one's ever looked at me and been like, oh my gosh, you know. I just, as long as they're not like get off stage, like I'm okay.
Right.
And but before 4 minutes, people are just kind of like, oh, it's a new person, like okay.
That's a great piece of advice for any new comic. Even if you're killing and you're new.
Well, that's the thing is, don't push it because it's like don't get cocky about it.
I left them. They want to see me again.
Well, right. It's like have mystery. I also don't go to every open mic, and I think it works out okay. Like in the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna make it to anything because I can't go all the time. But it's like people are sort of like, wait, come here. I haven't seen you in a minute. It's like good.
That's cool. You did Ari's Tavern on Friday.
Yeah.
There's a moment in your set.
Excellent.
We're gonna watch it.
Oh, good.
It went well. It looks better it went better in the building than it does
on camera.
On tape.
That's okay. He'll like laugh in the background for us or something. He'll add.
We're gonna need a laugh track for that. But it was. What did you think of that? Now, how many? You're at Ari's Tavern, and how many shows have you done up until last Friday?
I have done a couple, probably 60-ish.
Oh, right on. Okay, cool. Okay.
But I just am not, so here's my thing too, and like I feel like it's time to explain now that I have like a post interview on this, which is hilarious. I wasn't expecting to have to explain myself, but like I have my book with me partially because I do like, I don't mind talking in front of groups, but I kind of I will forget my jokes because I will just get how I am now, which is like try to say something funny and sort of keep up, but it's not a conversation on stage.
I got you.
So I'm terrible. It's not even like a memorization thing, but just the way I've written jokes, because I've rewritten them so many times.
Right.
Sometimes I have to have like, remember, don't say fire truck's stupid, say. And so it's like, so I had my notebook up there and I looked like a dumbass, and I get that because it's like I'm so far in, and like most comics, it's like their 5th show, they're like, I should start memorizing, and I've been saying that to myself this whole time. But I haven't done it.
Well, I always tell comics they should memorize their jokes, but that's kind of hypocritical on my side because when I was first starting out, I had a Casio keyboard that I wore on stage.
Yeah.
I only wore it because I could take my jokes on the back of it and put it on the stove.
Well, and so it's like I could be all subtle about it, but I'm just not. I'm decided on honesty in this whole thing, and I'm like, I'm underprepared, but like I have a lot of things I think about.
Most of the people in your generation now bust out the phone.
Well, I
was kind of impressed by the book.
Well, that's how I process through it. It's like I'm old-fashioned. It's not great, but like I'm like, I'm sorry, I haven't done it
Do you
yet.
write every joke word for word, or do you write things?
No, not at all. Because like I have a lot of things that are just sort of like stories, but it's more just like there's beats to because if it's a longer story, it's like here's the 5 laughs that you're hoping to get or whatever, and I usually write those. Like I'm not writing word for word. I just panic. It's like it's more of a panic thing. I'm a nerdy kid. Like, if I'm not like this, I don't really know what to do.
If you wrote word for word, you'd remember it.
So you just write them all word for word and then leave it?
If you wrote every word that you plan to say on a joke, and my jokes, every one of my jokes, I have somewhere written down.
The entire thing.
Typed out, but
some of my best ones I actually have that, so that's probably true. Like my shorter ones and my best ones are like.
When they're coming out of your memory, you can play with them a lot more. Than if they're coming out of your
For sure. Well, and like then you could cater to your audience way better, and I get it. I totally get it. I need to.
That happens. I mean, that's a lot of people ask me, for instruction on doing this, and a lot of what is just technique. It's nothing. It's not, because you got to be you up on stage. I can't tell you how to tell jokes or tell your own jokes or, your experience, what you're going to be like. But, I could tell you little things like, don't take the book.
I can tell you little things.
You know, just standard stuff.
Standards. I get it. No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring the book
But
to the next show. That
nervous
was the
people
deal.
You know. Have you ever noticed that nervous people walk? Nervous people walk. I mean, that's a regular thing. If you're nervous on stage, you can tell a lot of times because nervous people move a lot. You know, if you're comfortable on stage, you really don't move as much. It's basically a move to get to a spot where you can do something, and then a move to get to a spot. But a lot of times when you're nervous, it's a move to get away from the spot.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's a different spot. But yeah, that's another. But it's just getting comfortable on stage, learning kind of technique, and then seeing what comes out of that, if that's funny to you.
Definitely. I agree.
I sound like I've been in the business. Like
oh no, well I mean you have, and I appreciate I'd rather somebody be like, here's what you can, and it's like we're all comedians, so if you can't take like a joke or here's how maybe you should.
What are you doing on the 30th, by the way? If you're not,
what is the of January?
Friday. It's Friday.
This Friday.
2 weeks from last Friday. Next Friday.
Sure. I don't know.
It's another Ari's Tavern gig. So if you wanted to do that,
possibly.
Let me know. We'll put you on that, and we will work. Oh, she's got management. She's checking. He's checking. My bad.
What's she doing on the 30th? Bovine? No, the 31st. I'm gonna audition for something maybe.
Something maybe.
Bovine Metropolis is a little improv place downtown. And they have like open auditions on the 31st, I believe. I had to sign up for a slot, so I don't know if you still can.
Okay.
But you just go in, and it's basically like they put you in a group. From what my understanding, they put you in a group of some other people who are interested, and they make you guys improv together for a couple minutes, and then whoever's the best of the day gets placed in some groups to maybe be performing.
Cool. Hey, you want to improv real quick?
Sure. I feel like
we'll start. Okay.
I.
And then you say whatever the next word is. Trying.
To.
Improv.
It's
horrible. So okay, so you're going to do better than that, right?
I hope so.
That's my only improv game that I know.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know. They're going to give us the game, and hopefully it'll just be something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
We'll find out.
It'd
be fun.
It's kind of like a struggle between comics and improv.
Well, and for me, like, I guess, because I love Second City SNL type stuff, and like I've written some sketches that I've never put anywhere because like I don't have a lot of theatery friends or like time, and so I haven't made them into like sketches yet. But I do like that sort of like I grew up with like old SNL.
Really?
Was a lot of why I wanted to, Will Ferrell and just old SNL. So. Not going to name them all.
You like sketch?
I do like sketch comedy a lot too. I don't know that I would be as good at it, but I haven't really tried. So maybe improv sketch stuff would be more related. I don't know. Because they write, I don't think it's all improv. It's like sketch and stuff too.
When improv people go, give me a location and now give me a time. Every comic in the building goes, okay, now give me a punchline.
Yeah, right.
It's just, that's just what you do in your head if you're a comic.
Exactly. You're like,
And you're an improv snob.
Well, no, but it's, if you've had to try and think, it is different.
So what are you going to do? What is your plan? I mean, your audition, you're just going to go down there and they're going to hand you, have you done this before?
I haven't, but I am.
But you are committing to the audition right now.
I am, and I'm going to probably say that I've done it before. Because that's what my grandpa taught me.
That's his business. Yeah.
It's his business. Like I'm gonna be like, back in '93 when I was being born.
Can you fly a spaceship? Sure, I can.
Yeah, and so like I'm gonna put down some things that I've done, and I'm gonna take a picture of myself and call it a headshot. Make that happen, and I'm gonna.
We'll do the green screen.
There you
go. We'll knock that out before you go.
You're great. And so I got to do that, and then I don't know. It is like a go hang out with other goofy people and see who is funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I will be, but I think like it'll be fun.
I love hanging out with creative
that's
people.
another.
I don't care what they do.
Yeah, the people are gonna be nice. I already met the people because I said hi at one of their shows. I was like, I really appreciate everything, and they just seem like cool people. So I was like, hey.
Where do they do their shows at?
just Bovine
Is it-
Metropolis.
there's a-
it's like,
is that
yeah,
the
it's
theater?
a,
That's the name of the theater?
mhm.
Oh,
It's like a really tiny little.
and it is,
little one.
do you know where the location is?
It's off of like if you're walking down 16th Street Mall, and then you turn, it's like just off
Yeah.
on one of the
Okay.
blocks. But it's not hard to find if you Googled it.
I'll have to check them out.
But I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause always on the lookout for the young people that are being in town, you know.
Yeah,
this.
definitely. No, that would be a good place to look.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Oh,
think.
yeah, if I haven't mentioned tonight, we're sponsored by Chuck Roy at the Oriental Theater, March the 21st.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's
Excellent.
runs
16th and Champa.
16th and
16th
Champa.
Champa is the
Bovine Metropolis.
Metropolis. And right now, we're going to run the Chuck Roy commercial for his spot at, this is a one-man operation, by the way, so it's Hi, I'm Chuck Roy, stand-up comedy performing bear, and I'm telling jokes Saturday night, March 21st at the Oriental Theater in Denver. Here's how you can join the Facebook event page. First, point your web browser to facebook.com/ChuckRoyComedy. If you haven't already done so, please like my fan page. Next, click on events. Select Barely Funny, March 21st at the Oriental Theater. Now, if you're going to the show, please click on Join. If you're thinking about going to the show, please click on
Yep.
Maybe. But if you're not going to the show,
I got to be Chuck.
please don't click on Decline. Bad things happen when you click on Decline. That's Larry. He's gonna come get you. So just click on Join or Maybe.
Or maybe.
No Decline.
All right.
Decline, you like my credit card. Crazy. All right, well, that was it. That was the first commercial we've ever run on our show.
Excellent.
So, yay.
I feel sad, kind of.
I feel kind of bummed now.
When she showed up, commercials came.
Not at all. Don't make me laugh like that. Also, Ari's Tavern, I should say where that is, by the way. 5686 Pecos Street, Denver, Colorado. Come on down to home of the world's famous Ari's Burger. Did your friends eat?
We did. Yes, we did. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I was anxious.
Yeah,
But
you did.
we did. We
I
had
did
like
before,
the
sure.
hamburger was good, I think. I had some hamburger. It was all delicious.
Excellent.
We had beer.
Beer was great, right? I'm big thumbs up for beer. Big thumbs up. So, yay. All right.
Everybody was happy.
Also, if you're interested in real estate here in the Denver metro area, if you wanted to buy or sell a home, we have a sponsor who is Maria Navin Lassiter with Hernandez Real Estate. Give her a call if you wanted to buy, something down in this neighborhood, down in here. It's a really nice neighborhood right there. Anything over there, or anything even over there. Yeah, all that's great stuff. So, yes, you contact Maria Navin Lassiter at 720-401-1889. That is, I don't have to say it again because you can hit the rewind button if you missed it, but I'll say it again anyway. 720-401-1889. So there you go. Wow, we did our commercial spot. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the Ari's Tavern.
Oh, good.
So set this up. It's Friday night, and it is Ari's Tavern, and we are getting ready to see.
But very funny, Olivia Lindstrom, everybody. Give her a big welcome to the stage. Come on now.
Give it up for Ben again. Making this shit work.
Eloquent.
Alrighty, thanks for coming out to you fine people too. It's very nice of you to listen to us all. Everyone's been great up until me. And that's not a hard sell. Now I just have to not suck. So, alright. I went to NA with a friend the other day. And what I really wanted to say was, hi, I'm Olivia, and I have the will to stop doing stand-up comedy. But then I realized that this was not the appropriate time for a joke. And so I just said, hi, I'm Olivia, and I'm addicted to crystal meth.
That's a funny joke. I like that.
The only difference between having a dog and a boyfriend is that you don't have to pick up your boyfriend's literal shit, usually.
Outless, but very funny.
Again, and again, and again.
Check that out.
Making this shit work.
I feel like I'm in a video now.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. All right.
Give it up for Ben again. Making this shit work. Alrighty, thanks for coming out.
That's the manager. Don't look at yourself with utter disgust.
Everyone's been great up until me. And that's not a hard sell. Now I just have to not suck. So, alright. We went to NA with a friend the other day. What I really wanted to say was, hi, I'm Olivia, and I have the will to stop doing stand-up comedy. But then I realized that this was not the appropriate time for a joke. And so I just said, hi, I'm Olivia, and I'm addicted to crystal meth.
They like changed.
The only difference between having a dog and a boyfriend is that you don't have to pick up your boyfriend's literal shit, usually.
Now, did you mean for that joke to be, you don't have to pick up your boyfriend's shit literally?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a funny line. I was making sure.
Yeah.
We could laugh through that whole page.
We could laugh through that page. Yeah, that'd be good.
Everybody loves a good poop joke. And now for Deep Thoughts with Jackie Andy. Does anyone remember that from SNL? No SNL? There we go. Alright, so these are actually just high thoughts. So props to my other hilarious comedian friend. So I was really high once and a bug was coming at me, and I didn't want that. And so I started pulling on it, and it turned around. And walked the other, like the exact opposite way. I was pleased with this, but I was also high, so I was like, what if it was really windy and you had to go deliver mail? And then, but it was just too windy, and then we just like, fuck this shit, I'm getting ice cream. Like, whatever time it was really windy, you had to turn around. Anyway, they're not as good as the old ones, but we'll go there. My other good one is Elvira. My name be fuck-faced and Gertrude. Just process it, it's really deep thoughts. Because fuck-faced sounds like, oh, it's just intimidating. I was always reading things I had no idea.
I would like for you to try.
No, I can actually.
No. Okay. Go ahead, explain it. We'll go ahead.
All right, so that was just a really stupid joke that I wrote once, and it was like, it was playing under the terms of, so sometimes I think that, I mean, obviously we know that sometimes humor isn't just like, because it was so excellent and brilliant and whatever, but a lot of times it's just how things are said.
Right.
And so I'd been told that the word fuck, you know, obviously is overused a lot of the times, make people laugh. And that rhyming things, those sort of things, it's like fuckface seemed like a good word that would make somebody laugh. And so I was like challenging myself how to make somebody laugh using that. And then I wrote that sad, stupid joke one night, like whatever, I'm just a child. And so I wrote that bad joke one night. Okay. And then I said it as the opening at El Torito, I think once, and everyone just about peed their pants. And then that happened I kept using it as an opener, because I would just walk up to the microphone and maybe it works better as an opener, say that, and everyone would laugh really hard. And I wasn't proud. I wasn't like gonna, you know, I don't want that to be in my history. Now it is.
I'm sorry.
But I really did just like, for some reason, always crack up. But Ari's Tavern seems to be the intelligent crowd. So good for them. Come to Ari's Tavern, where people laugh at funny things.
Yeah, oh my God, Ari's Tavern is not your intelligent crowd, but
honestly,
they're nice.
They're really nice, though.
All right, let's go. Wow, I like that. Let me know if you want to explain it.
Okay, that's really all, because I think that's really the least proud. Other than that, it's like, this is true, this thing's all right, let's try it anyway.
When I eat one of my dog, I feel really guilty because I'm paranoid that maybe it's a human trapped in a dog's body. And it's just like, come on, man, I haven't had unlimited in like 12 years. And like, you're probably proud of some poor person. Could be like my grandma or some shit. I don't know. All right.
Nothing? You got nothing for that? No.
That one also usually goes really well. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was...
I don't know. I don't know now how I feel about our establishment.
Exactly. They're not as smart as you thought they were, are you?
I'm talking weird too.
So bear with me.
I'm not very audible. This is how it was.
And some guys like, yeah, especially like a cute girl comedy, to which I said, wait, who's this other bitch?
That's a funny joke.
And that actually
And-
happened to me.
Cracked up the whole room. You can't even tell that, but that,
No,
that
I
joke
couldn't,
cracked
but
up
I
the whole
believe-
room.
Sure.
It did. It was. I like that one.
Page turn.
Page turn. I don't usually know.
Oh,
how to
yeah,
do it. I was just really nervous.
Yeah, I could tell you were like.
I was really nervous. I've never
Uh-huh.
done 10 minutes in front of
Really?
people. And so I was anxious about that.
All right, cool. Well,
That's all right.
it's going okay.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been. I will give you that.
It's going okay.
I'm not really cute as I do sometimes. So my last boyfriend was just a mess. And we were fighting once, and he was like, I just want to air some grievances. I was like, do it, you know? This is the time. Like, I want to hear what you have to say. Let's work on this. And he says, you never take me out on dates anymore.
It's also true.
And like, first of all, I'm just offended. Because that means when we got stoned and had Taco Bell and watched 3 seasons of Breaking Bad, that's not a date.
That's hilarious.
And that's just heinous.
Straight up, that's
I don't know who you are as a person. Yeah, so I don't know. But I'm also all for gender equality and like sensitive dudes, but telling women that we need to start arranging all of the dates also is like telling Native Americans that the scholarships have run out. It's like, I know we're doing something nice for one moment.
The long laugh and the bad sex.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a really early one. But I just have always saved it because I'm like, it's true. Like, I don't even, this is my girl joke of, I don't want to plan the date.
I've made up.
So I have a lot of guy friends. Who got that man and why. Don't go on as well with the girls. And so I live with them sometimes, and sometimes there's hard copy porn, which is an interesting thing.
Okay, I need to tell you right now that until I got back and edited this, I didn't realize, I couldn't figure out what hard copy porn
was.
It's,
I believe you.
It's porn downloaded onto your computer, right, that you have
No,
saved.
it was like a DVD, like hard copy.
Oh my God, see that?
And I used to bring the DVD case with me, and maybe I'll start doing that. Because I do have the DVD case that says "Bang My White Tie."
You can call it old-timey porn, you know, on those.
Old-timey porn or something. Yeah, like no, that does need to be reworded because it's like everyone's trying to think about software, hard copy.
Copy porn. What I swear I had no idea what that was until.
Oh no, I meant like a DVD because like
it's
it's creepier when you have the DVD. I don't know why. It just
But
is
in
now.
my mind, it made sense when I was like, yeah, it's creepy if you find like somebody has actually downloaded porn.
I mean, that's creepy. Any of it's the same. If you're not just streaming that
saving
shit in
porn.
this day and age, like, if you haven't figured it out and you're not just like clicking somewhere and then clearing your history,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
your parents are disappointed, your wife is disappointed, I'm disappointed.
You don't know what's going on.
Figure it out.
That was so I was like, I was lost on that one.
Yeah, no, that
myself.
makes a lot of sense.
Right. Thanks for explaining. So it's DVD porn.
It was a DVD, yeah.
Of porn. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go on with the knowledge that we are speaking of DVD porn.
Excellent.
Excellent.
You want to enjoy this one again and
That
again.
makes perfect sense.
Forever. Like you're saving it for some reason, right? I don't know. It's just weird. It's seems like dedicated. And so when I found Bang My White Tie Ass number 11, I was concerned for a multitude of reasons. I mean, I'm white. I have a tight ass. And I was once 11. And as Andrea said, anything after number 8, you know it's good. So at least, I mean, that's what's making me feel better tonight. So thanks, Andres.
Just,
So I'm young, dysfunctional, so
you know, we had to take our porn home on a DVD.
No, that's cool, man. Like, no.
Yeah.
And like,
If
if
you're
you
gonna
have
explain
some
it,
for like the good old days, like if you were like, I remember being 22 and like that girl wanted to wait and like, I'm all for it. Like, don't, like, no, you have yours. But when my age-ish people are buying it and saving it in their sock drawers, I don't know. It's a different story.
Exactly.
It's a different story.
All right. That makes perfect sense.
No shame. I don't judge you at all.
I can put myself as a chinchilla. I don't know if you're a chinchilla, but you go home and you Google that shit. Because they are the greatest and the cutest. And I love playing my chinchilla, but I realized the other day that I think it might be because he makes me sneeze about like 4 times every time I play with him. I think I'm allergic and makes me sneeze. And I don't know if you guys know this, but one sneeze is 16th of an orgasm. She knew that. Good for you. My other female comic, no one shit.
I thought that was the ventriloquist.
It really wasn't?
No, it was her friend. Her like normal friend. I like that
Her
lady.
civilian friend?
Her civilian friend, her not comic friend.
I work in an elementary school. It's not a joke, unfortunately. I think I do a little bit better though. So I was walking around there and I was cleaning up the kids' milks at lunch because they can't do that. And it's frustrating for them. So we do it. And then this little Asian kindergarten girl looks at me and goes, Jesus is your father. And I was just like, I was thrown off, right? Like religion in school, and I'm just trying to be cool and not really go with the way on it. So I'm like, yeah. And so I was like, Luke, I am your father. And she's like, that's not funny. And then this little Hispanic guy sitting next to her is like, you're funny.
Yeah, that
But like sometimes you just tell her who you're going to be friends with. And so weeks later on the playground, she's telling me some story about some movie, and she's saying everything explodes and they die. And she's just like, look me in the eyes while she says this. So it's just creepy little kindergartner. It sounds awful. It happens. Everybody's met a creepy kindergartner. And then this other kid walks up and goes, zombie. I was like, yep, I chose correctly. So stick to your gut instinct. Anyway, DPS has a lot of diversity. So sometimes with language issues.
Anyway, black people, white people, mostly Mexican people.
Speaking of black, speaking of diversity.
Diversity.
And now I have to climb up the slides because that's how they break their faces, right?
I'm sorry, did I talk to you?
I don't think so. I'm all for getting through it, but if you want to go back, we'll go back.
Oh, Lordy. What happened? Oh, shoot. Is my computer hanging?
I chose correctly. So stick to your gut instinct. Anyway, DPS has a lot of diversity. So sometimes with language issues. So we recently got a new student. They really good English. And so we're outside on the playground. And she's a second grader. And so it's like, we're outside on the playground. And now we're allowed to climb up the slides because that's how they break their faces, right? Like if you're doing the run back up the sides stuff and you're 2 feet tall, this is how you break your face. And so I'm trying to describe this to her, but I can't know a lot of English. So being the intelligent adult person in this situation, I told some other kid to run up the slide. So I can go, no. You know.
Yes. Sorry.
And the kid fell. Both face. And people falling is always funny, so I laughed. Okay. That's worth it.
I really was like,
One of them is faces.
I was trying, because I was like, I'll do it if I can do it. I just didn't.
Arms crossed, closed mouths, eyes up, single file. And so then they're allowed to talk, of course, closed mouths. Hard to talk with your mouth closed. They're marching along the hallways. All I'm thinking is FACES. NAZIS. So found it out. No, it wasn't a spelling issue. It was just a bad joke. I did it. Seriously, if anyone asks if I worked there, loose lips, sink ships. Alright, I'm gonna try and get one more solid laugh out of you people.
Sometimes it gets real. Like you're about to close and you're like, listen, no.
Here it comes.
Come on, wake the fuck up. I'm trying again.
Alrighty, I'm gonna just end on a joke that my
I thought.
used to tell
All right,
me
hold
when
on. I need to tell you that this is the reason why I wanted to talk to you today, because your set was cool. I really enjoyed your set. It was cool. But then at the end of the show, you went, instead of, okay, I got no more jokes. I haven't done my 10 minutes. You thought of a joke from way down. You went, I got to fill this time with whatever I got. That was a cool move.
Thanks.
Right on. Here we go.
a really young girl, and I think that's why it's funny. So picture a small Olivia, like she's, really fucking white, just listening to your dad, just listening. And he would say, okay, so his son goes away to college. And he's has a good time, he calls his parents to check in one day after a football game. And he goes, how's this and how's that, and everyone else is fine, and then the mom goes, the cat's dead. And she's like, then the kid says, oh, you can't tell me the cat's dead like that. Like, I need some build up. Like, it's my childhood cat, you don't just say it's dead. Like, you tell me, it snuck out on the roof or something, and then the next week you call me and you're like, we're still open, we have posters. Anyway. Something like that. So dad and mom are like, sorry, whatever, they hang up. So fall semester flies by. This kid goes to football games, it's just usual college kind of kid. Anyway, calls him again. And his dad picks up and he's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, your mom's on the roof. Thank you, please.
Oh, Lordy, let me go. Bravo. That was cool.
Thank you.
I enjoyed the hell out of that. I really did. It's nice. It's hard to watch yourself, isn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it was.
I'll tell you what. Once you're in this business for half the time I've been in, your favorite picture is going to be your picture. Your favorite. Who's your favorite comic? Me. Yeah.
No, I didn't realize how weird I move and stuff, but I could have told you it was weird. Like, I would have imagined it was weird, but I didn't know it was that weird.
It didn't seem
all
weird.
right. It was a little. I still could be worse. I move my legs weirdly and stuff a lot, but that's okay.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was really cool. I mean, there's some stuff that needs to be worked on, but that's just stage time. Stage
absolutely.
Time. Yeah, that's wow. All right. So, what are you thinking? You've seen it. What if you had to critique yourself for just a second?
I guess so. Part of it was I was freaking out about the 10 minutes thing.
It was in your head.
Not even when I was up there, but like I'm a terrible procrastinator on a lot of levels, I guess you would say. So it's like I thought about it the whole week and was
really?
like
30 minutes late.
No, I'm not a procrastinator. My car actually did break down today though.
I'm just kidding.
I am though. We know it.
Right.
And so I was stressed about it the whole time, but I was just like, I don't know, because I didn't want to. A big part of what I wanted to do for this show is I didn't want to change too much of what I'd been doing, because I've only been doing it for a certain amount of time, and whatever I've been doing has been working.
Right.
And so I was like, I think I'm just going to say a bunch of my stuff.
Okay.
and I got like too anxious about it and just was like, I'm just going to say the jokes I've had before and whatever, but I didn't really, for next time I'd like to have more of a loop of makes sense that we went from here to here to here to here, and like obviously just getting better at that, because 3 minutes, if you don't have that, nobody knows. And 10 minutes, if you don't have that, everybody knows.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes,
and
it's different.
And I know it's different, and I knew it was going to be, and I knew it was But I went in there and I was like, I'm gonna try to just
So that
at
was
least
your
make them
first
laugh.
ever 10-minute spot.
And my first like ever somebody wanted me there
You-
spot.
Really?
Well, like I just go to open mics and I put my name down, but
That was your
nobody's
first
been.
paid gig?
Yeah, it was my first paid gig. So I told everybody.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
still remember my first paid gig.
It was good.
It was very, yeah, so very cool.
Yeah.
I'm messing with the computer right there. All right, cool. So, and are we still moving? Yeah, there we go. Great. Okay, cool. And we're gonna check the time. Did you have anything that you're pushing? That you had? Do you have a show coming up? Do you have a Facebook page that you wanted to?
I mean, people are free to look me up on Facebook if you're for some reason interested. Olivia Lindstrom. That's my name. It's my personal Facebook page because that's how far I've gotten.
I got you.
But
Okay.
if you want to say something to me on Facebook, I'm there. I'm going to hopefully be at Ari's Tavern for the next couple weeks, so people
Yes,
should
you
come
are.
to that.
That would be great.
With the lovely Eugene Kenny.
Oh, God bless
And
you.
that's what I have to plug. So.
Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. I always tell everyone here at the end of the show that, this is all my stuff. I put it all together.
Pretty cool.
I can thank you. I can point these cameras at anybody I want to, and I really, really wanted to talk to you.
Well, thank you.
When I saw you do that set down there, I put you on my show strictly because you were with Jeff, and Jeff said you'd been in town for a
Well,
minute.
that's Jeff's
And then,
cool.
yeah.
I was
And so-
thank you, Jeff.
But then
That's nice
once
of him.
thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you,
That
Jeff.
was- that was a cool call.
Jeff is hilarious.
And then,
He hosts Voodoo, so go to
Oh
Voodoo.
yeah, what night is his show?
Voodoo is Monday nights down by El Torito off Larimer.
And when we say Voodoo, we should say we're talking about downtown Denver, Colorado. The Voodoo is that
Comedy Playhouse.
Yeah.
Not the donuts. And
No.
it's
Although the
at,
donuts are okay. They're not. I'm not a big fan.
well, and it's at 8, and there's usually it's this hosted by Sexy Pizza, or sponsored by Sexy Pizza, hosted by Jeff Albright or a
Gotcha.
guest host, and they have pizza sometimes. So if it's 8 o'clock and you're hungry on a Monday,
Oh wow.
might as well get a piece of pizza.
It's free.
And it's free,
Wow.
and you can buy your own beer because we don't have time for that. No free beer.
Get some pizza. I mean, comics and no money.
No, that's why.
That's a lot.
I usually make it to Voodoo.
Exactly. I mean, that's definitely what happens with comics and no cash. Anyway. So there you go. I wanted to tell you that. Thank you so much for doing my show. And it's really been a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely,
And
you too.
I'm looking forward to seeing you down at Ari's Tavern on the 30th, and I'm really looking forward to you doing the show again and following your career a little bit. So,
That sounds good. Thank you. It's been
thank you
fun.
very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for watching. That's another episode of EUGE, an inside look at chasing a dream. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye. Can't tell if it's on recording, so I just.